Hello, everyone. I'm Catwoman.
And I'm Gigi, the Gadget Goddess, who can't talk today. And we are your
Your homegirls
homegirls
of tech.
of tech.
And today on the Gadget Chats podcast, we have a lot of good things to talk about. So, first and foremost, let's talk about just a little bit of update about what's going on with us right now. So, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone because we were finally able to get the custom URL on YouTube. Yay!
Yay!
So, I'm just going to bring it up right now. So, right now we are youtube.com/gadget chats.
Yay!
And we show up. Here we are.
We are universally Gadget Chats everywhere.
Yes. No more long URLs. And again, we can't thank you guys enough for just being so awesome and subscribing to us. So right now we are at 124 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Yay!
And then on our Twitter, we're following 94 people and we have 63 followers.
Yay!
On Facebook, we have a total of 42 likes and 44 followers.
Yay!
On Instagram, we have 89 people following us, and we're following 89 people, and we have 69 followers. Thank you.
Thanks everybody for joining us on our ventures through social media.
Yes. Also, thank you to the people who answered our audience questions on Facebook. We're definitely going to post that up when it comes up in that segment.
Yes, we didn't forget the Facebook folks.
Mm-hmm. For today, we wanted to give a shout out to Joan McCullough. She is a awesome YouTuber. Her videos mainly focus on audio, where it be microphones, headsets, and things like that. We wanted to give it a shout out to her. We're gonna post obviously her links down below. So this is her YouTube channel. She has 800 subscribers, so please subscribe to her.
Yeah, so she can hit that 1K as soon as possible. We like to support other females in tech because there's so few of us out there.
Yes, and her videos are so like crispy. Like her videos are so good, so well edited. Her audio is so good. Like you could listen to it. Her voice is like butter, and she has this beautiful accent that I could listen to all day. I love her southern accent. So here is her Twitter. Look at her. She is so gorgeous. My goodness.
And I think she's the only other YouTuber I know of that's kind of in North Carolina with me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I love her signature red glasses too. And this is her Instagram. Definitely follow her. Again, I'm going to post her links down below so you guys can check her out.
What's the numbers on that in case somebody's listening on a podcast?
The number of what?
Oh, it's like Joan 367.
Oh, yes. On Instagram, she's JOVAN 367.
Okay.
Yep. And then same thing on Twitter. She's JOVAN 367. And then on YouTube is Joan McCullough. That's how you can find her. And also, if you're listening to it on the podcast, I do provide links in the description.
Okay.
So you guys can check out the links on there too. So yeah, check her out. She's amazing. And then she has so many videos that you can check out too. It's awesome. Now the next segment is going to be our new tech purchases. So this is my new tech purchase. So Mr. Catwoman and I purchased a new car yesterday. So
for those of you listening, they roll and fly. They twinsies.
Yeah. So we already had the Taurus 2011, a black one. We were sharing it. And we have been thinking about it for a while, whether or not we should purchase a new vehicle, because why to have a second vehicle in the home is because sometimes I have to go to work and he has to run some errands, and then he has to pick me up, and that just messes up with his sleep schedule because he's a nighttime driver. So he saw this vehicle here, which is the Ford Taurus 2014, and it's white. So
It's
pretty.
beautiful. Is it like a pearl finish, or is it just like winter white, or is it, I'm all about colors here.
It does have some kind of sheen to
Shimmer?
it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not like completely
Pearl, yeah, like
prolific. Yeah.
no mother of pearl popping off. It's just a nice white with a little shimmer. Yes.
Oh, mommy time. Hold on a moment.
Oh, okay.
But you could keep commenting. Let me just answer my daughter's question.
Well, I will say, while I was down, I rode in the black Taurus. And nowadays, when you get into cars, well, she said it was a 2011, it still had a lot of features that newer cars have. I would like her to share some of the features. She already told me that the newer car. What year is the white one?
It's 2014, and it's actually the limited edition, so it has a whole bunch of features in it. Yeah. And the mileage was a little high. It was like over 100,000 miles on it, but it was still in pretty good condition for being 10 years old. So one of the features that it has is obviously the back camera. It has the
Did you say
starter.
10 years old? It is not 10 years old. You said 2014.
Oh yeah,
it's
sorry, 5 years old.
Look, my car is 2014.
I'm thinking about the 2000.
You think about the 11. I understand.
Yeah. Ooh, thanks for correcting me. Yeah. So it has the back camera, and then it has sensors, so it warns you if somebody's in your blind spot, even before you're going to make a turn. Like, it'll tell you, hey, somebody's in your blind spot. So that's cool. It has sensors around it. Another thing that it has is on the dashboard, it has a screen, but inside of the compartment there is a input, so you can actually connect something. So it has the red, white, and yellow port, so you can connect something and use the screen. I don't know for what, but that I found that to be pretty cool.
Yeah, also, you can put all of your glorious movies there. I'm just kidding.
I know, right? Imagine. I get in so much trouble. I would do that. Another thing that it has heating and cooling seats. So the Ford Taurus that we have now only has heating seats, so it's awesome for when it gets jealous.
Cold. I'm very jealous.
But this one has cooling seats, and I live in Florida and it'd be hot, and so it's really awesome that once I get in, I can turn on the cooling and then it'll just feel so good. What's another feature that it has? Oh, it has the key thing to where you just have to get close to the car and then you can press the button and you can start it. Yeah, it's not like one where you actually put in a physical key and turn it. And then it also has a remote starter too, so I can remote start it if I wanted it to, which is really cool for those cold days. So like, before I go into the elevator, I could remote start my car, go downstairs, the AC's already been on for a little bit. So that's cool.
Again, I'm jealous. I don't have a remote start, but
Well, when you come by, you'll be able to sit in the car. And
yeah, that works well.
I told them that I'm going to try not to drive it as much, try to drive the old one.
Oh, you'll just wait till I come down and blame me for the driving, right?
Oh yeah, I will. Exactly. I'm going to blame it all on you. I'll be like, Kimmy wanted it to go in the white cars. It's definitely going to be like our going out car. And the black car, I'm going to be using that one to get to and from work. So yeah, but fun story that actually happened. So Mr. Catwoman, he's really, really good with money. And before he decided to
hold on, I'm gonna stop you there. He's beyond good with money, people. Beyond.
Yeah. And so he did fictitious payments to see if it's something that our account would be able to handle and be able to pay off. And he said that his goal is actually to pay it off within 40 weeks. And he thinks that that's possible for him. But when we got there, the person that was, telling us how much it was going to be and everything like that, his credit got run and it was 839. And he was like really impressed because he had already previously, he had paid off the Ford Taurus early, and then he already paid off F-150 as well. And so that was in his record. So it shows that he has already paid off 2 cars. He was going to get another one. And so the guy started asking him questions about, budgeting, bringing up your credit score, things like that. And he was having a blast talking to him, like just giving him advice and everything.
He was in his happy place.
His element. He was in his element. And I was telling him, like, you should do like a blog post about it. And the guy's going to be keeping in touch with him. Probably like, he'll check up on him in like 6 months or something like that. But he gave him some good advice. Speaking
of being in your element, to go off topic for a second, I had a coworker come up to me today and say, "You know about phones, right?" I said, "I know a little something." She says, "Well, I bought this phone on Amazon and it's dropping calls. I'm wondering if it's because I have Verizon." I was like, "Yeah, it probably is because you have Verizon and you bought a phone off Amazon." Because Verizon, just because it's unlocked, doesn't mean it's gonna work. So.
Yeah, that's very true. Verizon is one of those that are very picky. But what I've noticed lately too is that phones that don't have the carrier firmware and software inside
branding
doesn't have it doesn't have good connectivity anymore, and it's kind of forcing people to say, you know what, I'm gonna trade this phone in, this old phone that I have. And those days where it's like bring your own phone, it's kind of over.
Oh yeah, and I got my ring on tonight, my tiara ring. I sent you a picture of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
matches cool. My crown.
Yes. I love it. It matches your crown really well.
Yeah. Well, I don't wear the crown regularly, but this is going to be a regular ring. I do love it.
Let me put you. Let me see if I can. So you can show it off.
Let's see. Yeah, it's just.
Oh.
Yeah. All my nails are broken, but yeah. Looks like my crown. So
yeah.
blurred me out a little bit. So yes, I was very excited. I saw it. I was like, I have to get this. And it was relatively cheap. So maybe when I blow up a little bit, I can get a real gold one with diamonds in it. Right now, we're going to sport this cheap one.
Hey, it looks good, right? It matches.
Dear future husband, I want a crown ring.
Exactly. Put it out there. And then Mr. Catwoman bought me extra RAM for my computer.
Woo!
Yeah, it sounds like an early birthday gift for me. I was so happy. So now my computer has 96 gigs worth of RAM. So this one is a 32 kit. So it has 216. And so I have 6 in there, 6 16s in there. I have 96 gigs of RAM. So
girl, you doing it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put the link to that in the description. So
yeah, that RAM has been doing really good. And then your tech purchase, girl, tell us about it.
For the first time in life, I have repurchased a device that I have previously owned. I never backtrack with phones or with men. Once we move on, we move on. But with all the stuff going on with Huawei right now and not knowing what the Mate30 Pro is going to do, I went back and got the Mate20 X. And I did get a different color. This is not blue, regardless of what it looks like on the screen. It is a phantom silver, but it looks kind of purple in certain lights.
So purple undertone.
Yes, but my M Pen will be here soon. It came with tempered glass screen protectors, 7 cases. I will not be using most of the cases that he sent. I have put them all in phone soap, just like the phone. Phone was treated with phone soap. But I do have a case.
Do you have it with you right now?
What?
Do you have it sitting with you?
Which one? What? The phone cell?
The Mate 20 X.
That's this.
It looks kind of blue. Okay.
Yeah. Depending on what it looks like, what it reflects off of, because it's silver. See, it looks blue, but then it looks silver.
Oh, it looks kind of a little purple there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I had the blue one before, so I was like, I can't get the same color phone, and so let's take it back out of the case so you can. But the M Pen, I've already, fingerprint magnet, but they all are. It is glass, but M Pen comes. I have a case to hold the M Pen. I love the setup I had before, so I'm going back to the setup I had.
Yeah.
So that also means that P30 Pro is out of here. So
what made you want to go back to?
I'm still sitting on 3 phones though, even with the Mate 30 Pro leaving.
Wait. Pull up those phones again. So those are for the people.
This is the Mate20 X. This is the iPhone XS Max. And this is the Samsung A80.
Nice.
So I have SIMs in all of them. I'm only carrying 2, but I'm testing out Visible Wireless, which is still working great for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, what you gonna ask me?
Oh yeah. So basically, like, what is that sticky factor about the Mate 20 X that made you just want to buy it again?
I get almost 3 days of battery. Big, beautiful screen. Like when I type on it, you would think it's this humongous device, but I missed all of that. Like I missed not thinking about charging a phone. I missed the big screen factor. This 7.2 inch screen. I just can't find, like, with how fast it is and everything else, great cameras. There's no other phone out there like it. People will say the Note, but I beg to differ. But
and it has a really good camera. That camera's
good. Yeah. So I went back for the first time in life.
Yeah.
And it was all of what, $575, which was hard. It's hard to find this phone because it's still selling almost at retail from over a year ago. It came out in October of last year, and it's still almost at retail. It's a great phone.
Well, I'm very happy for you because I remember when you did get it, you loved it. And then when you kind of, sent it, when you sold it, and then, you did get the P30 Pro, I was always...
I liked it, but I wouldn't...
Really liked it.
I liked it. I think the cameras are better on the P30 Pro, but it's not like it's not that extreme to where, I'd rather have the battery life, the 5,000 milliamp battery life, than the 42.
Well, the P30 Pro is newer than the Mate 20 X, so it should be better.
Right, camera-wise, it should.
So if
and Huawei just dropped the Mate 20 X in a 5G version overseas, and it has a smaller battery though, so I wouldn't get it even if we had 5G here. Same battery size as the P30 Pro.
What size is it?
42,000 milliamp.
Okay. And this one is 5,000, right?
Yeah.
5,000. If the Mate 30 X would have been coming out with Android, would you have gotten the Mate 30 X and not?
And that's still a possibility. Like, for what phones are selling, like, let's say I wanted to turn around and flip this phone. I wouldn't try to make a extreme profit off of it, but let's say it drops with Android. Let's say all the rumors are wrong. Yes, I'd sell it and try out the Mate 30 X if it's the same kind of phone.
Yeah.
Like I have a flat screen. I don't have curved screen, like fingerprint sensor in the back, face unlock. Everything is fast. So the joys of motherhood. I'm sure I'll have my moments where my son interrupts the podcast and it's hey, that's what we deal with as moms. But at the end of the day, my curiosity is, how long am I going to keep the A80? Because I have spoken to some people who had A70s that they said, hey, I had it a month and it started lagging. I haven't had my A80 a month. So I don't know if that's going to be a factor.
That sucks. I mean, it's not an A55 Snapdragon. You know?
Right. It's like, but at the same time,
the mid-tier one.
Right now, there's one on Swappa, one of my phones, an A80, and it's used in good condition. He says it has scratches on the back. If you tilt it a certain way, you'll see it. But $390.
Wow, that's not a bad price.
When that phone dropped, it was close to $700. So, but we've talked about Samsungs and how they hold value, so it doesn't really shock me.
Yeah, that has gone down.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, I'm very happy for you. And
this is phone 7 for this. No, it's on Swappa now. But this is my 7th phone of the year, so I cannot buy any more phones this year.
Is that more than last year?
No, it's right with last year. So I'm trying to stay where I am. I went through 7 phones last year. I'm on number 7 for this year. So
I think you're gonna beat last year's number.
If the Mate20 X comes out, yeah, I probably would. If it has Android.
Yeah. But why would you not want to test out the new versions?
I don't want to be a beta tester for a new OS. I would give it a year. Next year, I'd test it out. Like, give it a year to get the bugs out. But the first year, and the Mate20 X wasn't bad to me. It never did anything to make me say, hey, I need to sell it, other than them saying they were going to ban the phone. You know, now that I know phones already out are going to continue to get updates, I'll keep it.
Makes sense. I think you're very wise to wait a year.
Yeah, because I'm scared that it's like, oh, if I jump ship, and be like, oh my God, I can't make phone calls.
Yeah. Oh, that would be the worst.
And in my case, where you say, oh, just grab another phone.
Easy for them to say, right?
Right.
So let's get into some articles. So this one is titled, Bahamas Woman Shelters nearly 100 dogs in her home during Hurricane Dorian. That's very nice of her.
I thought this was such an awesome article. Go ahead.
Yeah. Especially since the Bahamas was it's devastating to look at. It's so sad pictures. But I'll read a little bit on about what it says on here. So it says, a woman in the Bahamas who has made her mission to rescue and shelter dogs in her home has taken nearly 100 strays as Hurricane Dorian lashed the Caribbean islands. As the storm, then a Category 5, parked itself for 2 days. Sorry, my throat is dry.
You're okay. As for 2 days over the Bahamas, beginning on Sunday, Shella Phillips was hunkered down with 97 dogs she had rounded up from the streets and into the safety of her Nassau home, she wrote on Facebook. She wrote this: 79 of the dogs were in her bedroom, and she was cleaning up a lot of nature's callings, but the dogs were respecting my bed, and nobody dared to jump in. That's pretty awesome right there. Because you got to imagine all these dogs aren't house trained.
79 dogs, though, in one bedroom.
And nobody jumped in the bed, though?
Yeah. I think they were just grateful to be sheltered from the hurricane. Because
they say animals have a sixth sense, right? They say animals always know when trouble's around. So, yeah. I don't know. It's sad. The whole situation, like, I was really concerned, not necessarily that we wouldn't get to do the podcast this week, but I was concerned more for your safety than anything else. So it's just like, gosh, I hope nothing happens. Like, Florida is always like the target when hurricanes come. It's just like,
Florida's sticking right out there. Like, we could get hit from the west, or we could get hit from the east. Like,
hey, bring it on. We're right here for you.
Yeah. But we're very fortunate that the house that we live in was brand new, and it was the way it was built. It was Category 4 proof, and the last few hurricanes that we had, that other people were having problems with electricity going down and things of that nature, we didn't have those type of problems. So we're very, very fortunate to have a very strong house like that.
And it's a very beautiful home, may I add. So I
Thank
would
you.
want nothing to happen to your home or your beautiful family.
Thank you. But we had already gotten things set up early because he's a truck driver. So he knew early on that only a certain amount of trucks were going to be going down to Florida before they were saying that it was a category, even before it was a Category 4. So he already told me, hey, get water, put gas in the car. Like, he tells me almost like 3 to 4 days before something is said on the news. But luckily, nothing severe has happened to me or to anyone here in Florida. There is like surges and obviously people in the coast, but I feel really bad for the people in the Bahamas because it was traveling at like 1 mile per hour.
Right, literally.
Like,
It
it
was
just
just
sat
sitting.
there.
Yeah.
And it just was not fair. They took the whole brunt of it, like
Yeah.
the all of Hurricane Dorian. And I know that there's places that you can donate and things of that nature.
But even you'll have to be even careful about where you donate and who you donate to, because this is also a time where the scammers get out and say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to capitalize on this. So,
Yeah. But thank you so much for sharing this article, because it's even though there has been such a sad travesty, it's good to hear things like this where people put their humanity out there or just so selfless and loving. It's good to hear those type of stories.
yeah, because a lot of people aren't animal people. So I don't know if this woman wasn't, well, she had to be an animal person, but, you know, to take in that many dogs, period. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. I love dogs, but that's a lot of dogs.
She has to have a lot of space too, and like she said, she was
Well, she
cleaning
said
up after them, too.
79 in her bedroom alone. If she had like over 100,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And then when you hear a hurricane, there's that howling sound,
Yeah.
almost like there's a wolf outside your door. So I'm sure that the dogs were scared too, because even people get scared when they hear the hurricane winds outside.
Yeah, we've only had one major hurricane come through here. Everybody always freaks out when, one comes to the coast of North Carolina. I'm like, I'm a bit inland. But we had one come through when I was very young, like younger than my son. And both of my parents were at work. It was me and my two siblings. And it was just, I couldn't sleep. I woke my brother up. My sister's autistic. So, she didn't know what was going on. And it was just like, let's get to the basement. Like, the wind was howling and we lost power. And it was just ridiculous. We didn't have power for over a week. And it was just,
oh my goodness.
yeah. Because we weren't, equipped for that,
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that with technology, the infrastructures have been getting better.
Yeah.
I've noticed that there's been a lot of rebuilding where they're taking all of the power lines and putting them underneath.
Yeah.
Even if it's an old place, they're just putting them underneath just so that there's a less likelihood that the wind is going to crash it. And then also changing the infrastructure to where instead of having to change sending out multiple people for different power grids for one section, it's just only one section that needs to be fixed for the power grid, and then it allows power for a larger amount of area.
Totally awesome.
So this article here is another feel-good article.
Hey, you like to feel good on Tuesdays, and it's like, I was like, oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, so the title of it says, older people are embracing video games. For some, that means stardom. So they're highlighting here Audrey Buchanan, 88, has put more than 3,500 hours into Animal Crossing and been able to connect with her grandson across the country. That's so awesome. So older people are starting to get into playing video games and live streaming. They're creating an audience, but they're also making friends, which is awesome because, when you're older, you don't really have the opportunity to go out and things like that.
My son has this game. He has a 3DS and he has this game. I think I bought it. He has no interest in it, but he likes Tomodachi, which to me is a more sophisticated version of The Sims, which I was a Sims person. That was my geek side. I could play Sims all day, not leave the house. So we are alike in that aspect. So I find it interesting because, they say you get older and you go backwards, like you start over again sometimes, like when you get really older. So this doesn't shock me at all.
Yeah, I love to hear that. But if you think about it, this woman, she's 88 years old. So she has seen technology and gaming evolve for 80 years. Like, that's amazing. So I'll read a little bit about this article by Kahala Rosenblatt. At the start of her day, Audrey Buchanan puts her large brown frame glasses and walks into her kitchen, where she makes herself a bowl of cereal and opens her Nintendo DS XL, a handheld gaming system. While she eats breakfast at her marbled kitchen countertop. Buchanan 80.
Did you have envy for a minute there? Go ahead.
I like marble.
You were like, go ahead, Audrey.
Yeah, go ahead, get it. Buchanan 88 is wandering through the world of Animal Crossing New Leaf, a video game where the player interacts with a colorful neighborhood of anthropomorphized animals. From time to time, she will link her handheld gaming system with her grandson so the two can play together across the country. Quote, I don't have too much of a social life. I'm mostly stuck at home and I don't know, Buchanan told NBC News. It feels like company. As a senior gamer, Buchanan has plenty of company. She is one of a growing number of Americans over 50 who are playing video games as a way to remain socially connected and cognitively sharp in a world that continues to expand into the digital realm. The growth comes amid a large boom, not just in video games, but also in the expansion of competition and culture around gaming, as well as better understanding of the impact video games can have on their players. So that's sweet. Look at this picture here. So she's with her Nintendo
she's getting
DS.
her game on.
Yes.
This is also a good that they give you the part about how it helps the cognitive skills or whatnot. I do have a coworker that retired. I called her my work mom, and she would play these memory games on her phone. And she says it helps with the memory. Like if you have, and I was discussing earlier with somebody, Alzheimer's or something like that runs in your family, it's best to, get a jump on it. Try to see, if you can make yourself recall more things and anything you can do to help yourself. Yeah, if it's playing a couple games, get out there and play some memory games.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would probably hurt me severely to lose my memory because everybody always tells me I have such a great memory. But the older we get, it's usually you lose your mind or you lose your health. So,
yeah. And this helps kind of regain that and also have a sense of humanity because one of the things that we love is company and being around each other. And even though I'm noticing that obviously the digital world sometimes feels more important than the actual world, like physical world, I think it's a good thing because you're able to get in touch with people that you never would have before. Like I definitely wouldn't have been able to have gotten to know you if it wasn't for the internet,
Exactly right. And we have a great bond. You are my web wifey.
Yeah, you're my web wifey. So there's a Twitter here called Grandpa Gaming.
I was just reading a part of that. Did you see where this guy was in the hospital? They said he was in the hospital. He had suffered a heart attack. And he sent a tweet that kicked off a whole thing with him starting a Twitch channel. He has a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
so
goodness.
cool.
I don't even have Twitch, Grandpa. But at the end of the day, he has Grandpa Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So
That's awesome.
In this picture, the caption says, "Carpal tunnel in one hand has made it hard for Buchanan to hold her Nintendo DS. So she tries to keep it on the counter. So she can't hold it up. So she has to put it down. And it's good that she has the Nintendo DS has the pen. So she doesn't have to, use her finger and stretch it out or manipulate it too much."
Yeah, because even if she struggles to keep her hands straight and steady, she has that surface that's going to be flat and steady. So,
yeah. I read an article once, which I don't have right here, but it was a young man who would play Word with friends with an older woman. And she was, above 50, and he was probably in his early 20s or in his teens, somewhere around there. And they met for the first time after playing Words with friends together all the time.
awesome.
And that's so like lovely and feel good. So yeah.
That's good that it's a good story, because every time somebody tries, like, I don't really game like I used to on apps, because people be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Okay, that's in the date app. We just played a game."
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I stay on the dark side. I'm like, "What do you want from me?"
I know, right? You gotta be suspicious. DTA, don't trust anybody.
But there are good people in the world, like you and I,
Yeah.
I think initially, I'll even give you this one. Here's a back in the past story from me and Catwoman. She's like, "Oh, do you have Facebook?" I was like, "Yeah, that's for my friends and family." And we just kind of left it like that for a while, but eventually we became friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And now I have a Facebook that's designated for like tech people, because I sometimes I don't like those worlds to merge, but I do have tech people in my personal Twitter, but those are my, I consider those people friends. So
yeah, it's good to sometimes just keep it separate, but as long as it's there and you can get in touch with them and share funny memes.
I am very open to people DMing me and everything else. So I do talk to a lot of people that are in chats or we're in streams together. I don't mind that at all. I just don't bring everybody into my personal life. Just like you don't.
Yeah, it's healthy to compartmentalize, Even when it comes to like my YouTube, I have my personal YouTube where I have just like funny stuff and personal things or whatever. And then obviously I have my Tech Valor where I have all of the tech people that I watch and check out and stuff.
I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. Catwoman has like 50 YouTube channels.
No, don't tell nobody that.
She doesn't, but I was just like, you showed me one random one. What was it, a fat vegan or something it was called?
Yeah,
I was amazed. I was just like, wow. But it was fun to follow you on that journey for, whatever time period you had on there.
Yeah, it was for a short while. It was fun. So on to the next article. Yay! Congratulations for those who have Android 10. It's no longer called Android Q. It's called Android 10. So
I put Q in mine initially when I posted this. I was like, Android Q, and I was like, oh yes, 10.
It's 10 now. Yeah.
I like who is with me loving the desserts? I'm going to miss the desserts. May they rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Numbers aren't fun.
So all the Pixel users are very, very happy that they're able to update today. But Kimmy found this article that other phones aside from Pixel are getting it. So the Essential phone and the Xiaomi Redmi K20 Pro is getting it out today. So that's awesome. Celebrate!
Shout out to Xiaomi that everybody gives a hard time because they cannot pronounce the name. Or it's not spelled right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tana Does Tech. It's not spelled right.
Oh, yeah. He's always funny. He calls, what is it called? Huawei? He calls wow.
Yeah, he has a WOES. Yeah, he gives them a hard time. But I have my new WOES here. Or as my friend calls it, a Huey phone. I got a Huey phone.
Huey.
Yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, I've heard it all.
Yeah.
Back to this Android.
Yeah, so Essential tweeted out, Yay, we got the update. I wonder if Essential's gonna come out with another phone. Probably not. Or they're probably gonna wait a while.
I heard they considered it. I don't know if they're actually going to come out with another. Did you ever have an Essential phone?
No.
Did you ever consider an Essential phone?
No.
I did consider one.
Yeah.
But that's when I fell into my, I can get an import that doesn't need all those updates.
Yeah.
So
most likely the OnePlus is not going to be far behind with getting this update.
Right. But I don't know. I feel like they would have been right there with it. I don't know why.
Well, I think it's a little bit hard.
Well, this is beta too, right?
No, I don't think this is beta. I think this is the official.
Let me go back to yours.
Yeah. Android 10 update is rolling out now for open market customers, but will be available for all Essential. Okay, so no, this is the official.
Okay, so after 6 months of beta, yeah, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So yeah, congratulations.
Are you big on getting like what's the latest OS or whatnot?
Yes, I love getting like the latest updates and stuff like that. I know. Well, I mostly hang out with Samsung. I'm not gonna get it until the S11 comes out.
So why would and I'm not asking you this because you would be able to answer it because it's a Huawei phone. My Mate20 X that I got today has the latest. Well, no, it has the August security patch. The P30 Pro has the July security patch. I found it. It's pretty amazing to me.
Yeah.
But I know when I had the Porsche model, it always got updated real fast. But I guess if you pay that much for a phone, you should get updates ASAP. What patch are you on?
August.
Okay.
Yeah. I've noticed that they've been doing the past 3 months. I've been getting updates every month. They've been on it, especially with that whole Bluetooth exploit that came out.
Do you feel like you're even missing? Do you feel like you're missing anything by not having the Note, other than the fact that you just want it?
It's the pen. Oh, you mean the Note 10?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. I don't feel.
Okay.
You know, last year I was like, I have to have it when it came time. But like I said before, I was gonna wait at least 3 months before buying it. I think if they had the pink one, I would have gotten it right away. But I like the fact that I'm waiting for the pink one to come out. And by the time it comes out, it's going to be heavily discounted. So I feel happy about that.
I'm just proud of you that you were like, okay, I'm not missing anything by not being first to the party. It took me a while to get beyond that. I used to have to be first to the party. Not anymore.
I was first to the party for the past 3 years. And this is the first time I wasn't first to the party. Same thing with the S10. Like I wanted it to get the S10. But I was like, let me see what happens. And after about 2 months, I was like, I don't really care about getting the S10. And I do want the Note 10. But obviously I want to wait for the pink one. And
so will it absolutely positively break your heart if the pink one doesn't drop?
I would get the white one then. And it would...
You wouldn't get Aurora?
No. Well, the thing is that me and Mr. Catwoman, when we first met, he had a Note 3 and it was black. And he convinced me to get the Note 4 and it was white. So the way our cars look is so cool because it's like the black.
Look at y'all, the Panda family.
Yeah. And I was we were thinking about getting the BOGO deal from AT&T. But I was like, no, I really want the pink. Like when I went to the event, that was the first one I held in my hand, the pink one. And I was
Ashley
just, like,
would be so proud. Black and white or gray.
Yeah, right.
That's her favorite color. Ashley's like, I love gray. And I'm like, who likes gray? Ashley does. Yeah.
That's why I love her. She's so different. I love the way her mind works.
So that's I can see that. I like the white too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would like the Aurora, but I don't like the way it's something about how it shimmers off the silver. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually helped my sister's girlfriend. She got the Aura Glow. And I helped her, transfer all the stuff from her Note 8 over to the Note 10. And, they're gay, so I call it the Pride phone. Yeah, you got the Pride phone. Woo, woo.
Yeah, I saw a couple of comments on YouTube about that. I mean, not on Twitter from gay people that were like, just like, I get the phone just because of the color. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah. There's this YouTuber, and she just started a nail polish company called Hollow Taco. And she loves holographic things. So she did a review on the Note 10, the hollow version. And she called it the hollow. She's like, look at all these nerds talking about psychedelic colors. This is hollow, baby. This is hollow. And I'm like, it's true. It is. That's exactly what it is. Hollow. Well, when me and Eric first saw the phone, we were calling it the mirror finish.
Right.
We didn't know the name of it. We were just giving it its own name. Like, oh yeah, the mirror finish. And
it worked because it was mirror. So it's just like, okay.
Yeah. And the guys at Samsung were quick to say, Aura glue. Call it what it is. Which is good. But even then we were messing it up because then we were calling it Aurora.
Hey, Aurora works for me.
But it does look like an aurora right. Sky.
Yes,
So
yes. That's why I said Aurora works for me.
Yeah.
So does Mr. Catwoman, is he absolutely in love with that blue shade? Or didn't he get blue? Okay.
Yeah, he did. Like, he is so happy with the phone. He really is. And I put the armadillo case on it.
Which color?
Like the blue one.
Wasn't it like a light blue? I absolutely
It's like a light blue. It's not the same.
I love the light blue. Yes.
Yeah. And I gave him the phone and he was driving and he was telling me, he's like, I love the way this phone feels on my hand. Like, I love, holding it.
For those on the podcast, that blue is like a Carolina blue, which I'm partial to because I'm a Carolina girl. But it's a very light, pretty sky blue looking color. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Armadillo cases are awesome.
Yeah, I love the kickstand. Like, that's my thing because I don't drop my phone, So when I was, let me actually put myself big. So this is what I love about it, that I could just hold it like that. And I'm less prone to dropping it. Like if I'm walking around, I want to hold something else. I can totally do that. And it's not flimsy at all.
No, I only drop laptops. I don't drop phones.
That's right, your laptop.
Yeah.
So did you end up selling it for parts?
No, I still have it. I have it for parts. How about that? It's like, hey, we're close up over. You ready for my rant?
Yes. Tell us about your tech woe. You give us a nice little picture here.
All right. Nice little picture without giving you any personal information of mine. Here's what had happened. What had happened was I got home from my lovely trip to Atlanta where I saw the Braves play and beat the White Sox. I got back yesterday and I got an alert that said, hey, your phone is out for delivery. Now, everybody says, oh, it's a holiday. You shouldn't get anything. I've had things delivered on Sunday before. And not through Amazon Prime because the post office was late. Sometimes they will bring it on a Sunday. Neither here nor there. This lasted. They said it should be there by 8 p.m. Okay, 8 p.m. passed, 9 p.m. passed. 10:38, my phone goes off and says, hey, awaiting delivery scan. Well, so am I. That's where I was at with it. I'm like, okay, so I'm not getting my phone tonight. I'm content with that. Okay. Yeah. I was okay. So I went in because I have an alternate phone number. I set up another set of alerts for that phone. So I said, when this thing is delivered, I will get alerted on 50 phones at the same time. So I get home, regular mail is there. No phone. I said, okay. I go back and track again. Expected delivery date is today. Okay. Fine. Maybe I won't get it till tomorrow. I had even put it in the podcast that I wasn't, where's my phone? Like, that's where I was at with it. I didn't think I was getting it. All my phones go off. Deliver it to the front porch. /here/there. Like, I had 3 alternatives for where this thing was delivered to. But it's here, right?
Okay.
I go outside, no shoes on. That's like a no-no for me. Like I don't walk around. I'm from the South, but I don't go out barefoot on ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking around. I go out to the mailbox. Now, I'll take you back to Saturday when I was supposed to leave. I had got me and my mom matching Atlanta Braves earrings.
Mm-hmm.
They showed as delivered too. Mail guy had handed me my package. I didn't look at it. I said, "Oh, these are the earrings." We get halfway down the road. I pass my mom the package and say, "Open this. I got us something." She pulls out a case from my 880. I said, "Oh, these aren't the earrings that said they were delivered."
Mm-mm.
They were in my mailbox when I got back because they got delivered to someone else. So neighbors are really good about if they get something that's not theirs, we just put them in each other's boxes. We've gone through a couple of mail carriers, so nobody steals each other's mail. But my problem with this is like, okay, my package is delivered. It's not my mailbox. It's not on my porch. Where did you take it? Like, I'm looking up and down the street. There's not even a car that looks like it just recently left when I got the alert. 5 minutes later, there's a ring at the doorbell. Well, there's a ring. The doorbell rings. Back down the stairs. Package on the porch. So, mail carrier delivered the package, but said they delivered it before they delivered it. I think this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You have third-party delivery carriers now. I want to get some time and a half, double time. I'll work on Labor Day. I take all these packages, 8 o'clock in the morning, because it said what time, they left the post office at 8:26 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Took all those packages, and I'm not delivering anything. Packages stayed with the deliverer, didn't go back to the post office. So whenever she felt like delivering them today, because she wasn't in a postal vehicle, she was still out there when I went to get my package.
Mm-hmm.
She was in like a Ford Fusion, tinted windows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of those third-party ones, yeah.
Right. But if that's the case, how do you take my package and say you're going to deliver it? And there's the tracking there. You didn't deliver it, which wasn't the big deal. But it should have came with my regular mail today or before my regular mail today.
Mm-hmm. And this, from the screenshot that you put on here, this is supposed to be FedEx, right?
No, this is USPS.
This is USPS.
Yeah.
I've never had any problems with USPS.
Oh,
that's messed up.
More power to you. We mailed, when my teammate fell down the stairs at work, she was out for over a week. We mailed her a card. She was back at work before she got the card.
What? Oh my God. What in the world?
And because we're so close, I let her know it was supposed to come. But I was just like, yeah, don't say anything to anybody. But I'm sure everybody's like, well, why didn't you thank us for this card?
Oh, wow, that's a total fail.
Yeah. And we mailed it. Like, she had been out for a week. We mailed it that Friday. She was back at work the next Wednesday. And she still hadn't gotten it.
Wow.
So, just depends.
And that's local mail.
Yeah. It's not like it went out of state.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Fail. They need to do some cleanup work over at the USPS.
Well, I never ship anything without signature confirmation. This person clearly didn't put signature confirmation on this phone.
Yeah.
That's on them. Any phone I sell, I don't care if I sell it for $100.
Yeah.
You getting a phone with signature confirmation. I want to know you got it.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. You want to make sure that it's not only protecting yourself, but protecting the person too, so that they have a good experience.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my USPS. I hate you, but I need you, but I don't need you story.
Yeah. Well, my story is different. I do have a tech woe this week. So the iPad 4 that we got our godson doesn't charge. So I was really sad about that. I contacted the seller. I'm just waiting for them to get back to me to send me a shipping label so that we could exchange it. but it didn't work with the cable that it came with, and it didn't work with other iPad cables either. So it already came defected. Good thing that I was told about it right away. But it's a bump in the road, and it's less time that our godson's gonna have with the iPad. But it'll get fixed eventually, and I'll provide an update about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
It sucks because like I can only picture him like being so happy that he got this iPad, gonna be able to use it, and it doesn't charge. Like, oh, it is refurbished, but it had a lot of good reviews. So I was just, I was kind of bewildered about that. It's not the end of the world, but it's just, a bump in the road.
Well, I guess we'll get to our. I came up with last week's questions, didn't I? Yeah, I think y'all like Catwoman's questions better than you like mine, so I'm gonna lay off those for a while. But
no, you got 7 answers. That's more than what I got.
I said
I usually get 6.
My question: how are you gonna say you usually get 6? Like we've been on here for a long, long time,
and it's been 6.
Okay.
The past 2 times it was 6. The past 2 times. So
if Samsung and Apple stop making phones today, what company would you consider getting your next device from? Was my question from last week.
So I'm pulling up all the screenshots, all 7 of them. And again, we got people from Facebook, so that's awesome. I've never had anybody answer my questions on Facebook. So it's an accomplishment. Yay.
Okay.
We love all the participation.
We love audience participation.
Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. So first one is Lori Merlene. She said she'd either go with LG or Google. Very popular.
Google Gaga.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did get an update today, so
or Google
incentivized to try to get it. And LG takes forever to do updates, so yeah. Next one, Shifty Eyes Shady said, I'd probably switch to a Pixel. Well, it depends on who manufactures it. Google does not. That's very true.
Yeah.
So, next one is Michael West. He said LG. Good choice. Shay Eccles from Facebook said Google.
Google.
Mm-hmm.
They have such great cameras.
Yeah, cameras. Yeah, so it looks like Google's starting to be the winner. Wade County said Google or Xiaomi. By the way, keep up the great work. Thank you, Wade.
Oh, thanks for supporting.
Mm-hmm. Locked Dreamer said, this Asus ROG 2 phone looks really good, but if I had to pick a company, I'd go with Huawei.
Huawei. How did you say it last week on the stream?
Oh, I said Huawei.
That was hilarious to me. If y'all do not come over to Easy Computer Solutions on Wednesday, it's not quite as we're kind of streamlined and do things in order there. It's kind of all over the place over there, but it's fun. So
yes, it's just a bunch of friends just talking about random tech stuff and current events. Yeah.
We have a ball. So that's Wired Wednesday with Easy Computer Solutions. If you have time, 9 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday.
Also, check out the replay too.
Oh, yeah. Replay is awesome. I always watch the replay, even though I'm on the stream.
Me too. I kind of had to,
Yeah, you kind of miss things when you're on the panel, but
yeah,
it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So Tech Loving Mama gave us 2 answers. She's so funny.
Yeah, she's all over the place.
Yeah, her first comment was Huawei, since it's so close to what I'm used to. Other than that, LG, that new V50 with dual screen option that works amazingly for what it does is calling me. LOL. Motorola.
Hold on. She has 3 or 4 answers. We'll keep going.
Motorola would be my other choice as long as it gets better than the Z2 Force and keeps mods. And then she commented again.
Hold on, I have one more.
Oh yes, the ROG2 looks nice too, and the Redmi gaming phone.
Okay, that's 5 phones. She is my girl. That's how I am. I'm like, oh, I want this today. No, I want that. No, I want this.
You can tell she's a techie because she's like, oh, maybe this one. Oh, maybe that one. Oh, maybe.
She's not like people are like, it's just a phone. Why can't you just keep one? It's just a phone.
Yeah. It's every phone has a strength that plays off to a person's preference. But when it comes to techies, I noticed that we appreciate them more. And it's kind of hard to be like, okay, since the phones cost a little bit more now, it's like, okay, I gotta pay this. I buy this one now. Oh no, I wish I could buy that one. I want to get this one, So that was a fun answer. Thank you so much, Tech Loving Mama. So our audience answer for today.
Question?
Yeah, question for today. Oh wait, I put the wrong one. Hold on now. Ooh.
I can see it on my screen.
Oh, you can? Okay. You can read it. Good.
Okay. If all the search engines were down, where would you search to fix your technical problem? And I know people are like, well, if the search engines are down, where do I look? I know a gal like me is going to be on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
I have changed many of things in my car via YouTube. And I'm not a car person at all. Everybody will tell you start talking about cars, I look the other way. I do like classic cars and whatnot, but I'm not fixing them. It's not something that your girl gonna do. So
I'm a message board kind of person.
I like those too. Yeah.
Yeah. So if something was to go down, I would look up message boards. Like I would go to XDA, I would go to Android Central. I would go to
Reddit,
the Samsung community. Yeah, Reddit. Like I would just go to a whole bunch of different message boards. That's what I would do. And
before YouTube, that's where I hung out. I had Sprint. So Sprint Users was my thing. SprintUsers.com. I don't even know if that exists anymore. What was it? The Howard forums? You
never
heard
about
that
one.
Okay. XDA, of course. Yeah. I even have a Sprint user sweatshirt. Like after you were on so long, I supported them left and right. But I made some friends there, like real life friends. Went to the beach with one girl. Yeah.
Yeah, I like message boards. I wonder what people are gonna say. What kind of creative things they would end up doing. Maybe they go out.
Yeah, something we didn't think of.
I can't fix this.
I'm gonna send somebody an email.
Yeah, and probably there's gonna be one person who like knows a guy that knows a guy, that knows so many different types of people. Like
that used to be my tech support. When I was with Verizon, one of my close friends had a cousin that was a manager there. So whenever I had a problem with something, I text him like, "This isn't working right."
Yeah. I know some people will probably say too, like, oh, just call the carrier or call the company. But I've noticed that the companies that give you cookie cutter things, and they're always like, have you tried turning it off and on again? Or
I only did it 10 times, thanks.
Or just factory reset it. And it's like, I remember one time I called Samsung support about my screen burning, and the guy told me to factory reset the phone. And I'm like,
it's fixed now. Thanks.
I don't think that's gonna fix my screen burning. I just want to know where I can send my phone to get fixed to get a new display.
You know what? Right after that reboot, my screen is back to normal. Thanks.
Yeah. I know, right? Imagine if only it was that easy.
Oh, my favorite story is when Sprint dropped not Sprint. I don't know if it was Samsung or who. It was a 2-sided phone. And I went to Sprint on release day. Like, I'm here for this phone. What phone? The 2-sided phone. We don't sell that. I said, well, go check in the back or check with somebody. Oh, wow. What's this? what does it do? And I'm like, don't you work here?
Exactly.
Didn't know these went on sale today.
Yeah.
All right. You should totally get a job here. Not if everybody's like you. Like,
yeah. Because then imagine having to train them, or you'd be doing all the work.
well, it's funny when I send people from my job into places, they go equipped. They're like, I got a coworker that told me this. Yeah, she told me that. I already know this. I already know that. It's like,
yeah. When I had my sister's girlfriend's phone in my hand, I told her, I was like, oh, when you hit the power button, Bixby comes up, right? She's like, yeah, how do I turn it off? I was like, better yet, let me turn it to a power button. And then I changed it for her. She's like, oh, thank you. And then I told her, okay. So then I connected the OTG cable to the new phone, and then, to the cable to the old phone. And then I connected it. I was transferring the information, and she's like, wow, the guy at T-Mobile didn't know how to do it. I thought I was just like gonna have to be without my data. All the text messages were just gonna be gone. I'm like, what? He told you text messages are gone? She's like, yeah. He just gave me the phone. He's like,
there you go.
Transfer it. I'm like,
but see, the joys of like, that's the one thing about switching from one phone with the same company to another. When I did my P30 to my Mate20 X, everything came seamlessly. Just like when I, with the Samsung, it's just like, oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Smart switch is great. Phone clone is great.
Yes.
Android is getting there. Like with Apple, it's just like, it's going to be exactly the same with no changes. Android's getting there. But remember, you did used to lose everything. It was just like, I don't want another phone.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's why you would want to keep a phone, or why you needed the SD card, because then you try to transfer everything into the SD card.
Yep.
And then I got text messages from like 5 years ago. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, because I got to go back and reference when you told me XYZ. And
receipts.
Yeah, I keep receipts, but the memory is bomb. So
yeah. Sometimes I just like to go back and read how dumb I was and how I've evolved,
Or how dumb somebody else was and how they haven't evolved,
That's very true too. Yeah.
Actually, this is why we stopped talking. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I heard a quote the other day that made me think. It said, if you think about something that you did in the past that you cringe or you're beating yourself up over it, don't. That just shows that you've evolved and it's something that you wouldn't do again.
As long as you learn from it,
yeah,
it's awesome. Like I have a lot of things that I don't necessarily like about my past, but it made me who I am today. If I didn't go through those things, I wouldn't be who I am.
Yeah, same here too. I can say I haven't been perfect, but I've definitely learned from it and try not to repeat those mistakes again.
Totally awesome. That's how you have to be.
Yeah.
But when you keep doing the same thing over and over and you're like, why does this keep happening to me? No.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. All right, great. So it's been a little over an hour. So we're going to wrap up this podcast.
Oh, I enjoy our bonding time together.
Yeah.
It's been a great week. I look forward to seeing all the responses and all the comments from all of our new friends and old friends.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And we're getting better at this whole podcast thing too.
Yeah, we were a little late today, but we had life going on. It wasn't because of anything in my technical difficulties over here. I'm sitting here looking at this microphone like, why today? But, everything works out.
Yeah, we can hear you. You sound lovely as always, and you're beautiful as well, with your beautiful.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're beautiful too. I tell you, between me, you, and we got to get together with SpecTech. We got to all hang out. That would be so awesome. I don't know where she's located, but she's East Coast, right?
Yeah, she's East Coast.
Yeah, we all need to hang out. After hurricane season.
Definitely after hurricane season. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks again for joining us. I am Catwoman.
And I'm Kimmy, the Gadget Goddess, Gigi, and all that other good stuff.
Yes, and
we're your homegirls of tech.
See you guys next Tuesday.
Peace out.